हरे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा। हरे कृष्ण।
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. So today is Friday. It is 31st of October. It is Kartika Masara Damodara Masa, Sukla Paksham, and Dasmi Tithi. There are no Vaishnavas today. So there is one children's festival. Yeah, apart from that, there are no Vaishnavas, and a little bit of information about it from tomorrow. Tomorrow is Ekadasi, and also the last 5 days of Kartika Masa. It is called Bhishma Panchaka. Bhishma is the severe austerities and penances to be performed, and where a person who performs the last 5 days in a throughout year, if one has not performed any austerities and penances, they will take the process of taking a vow to do those things in the Kartika month. Even though he has missed those things, but last 5 days of the Kartika month, it is all concentrated, all the energy is concentrated in the last 5 days. One who performs this rigid austerities and penances, they would attain all greater merits. Okay, so that is the Bhishma Panchaka. Again, why Bhishma is used here? Even though Bhishma Dev, he has left the material world in the Uttarayana time, so that comes still 2 months away from today. 2 or 3 months. So, but that is after Kurukshetra battle. So, around 56 days that he has still remained on the arrow battle. That is, he did not leave his body today on the Kartik Purnima. But Bhishma is the mood of Bhishma Dev. We just glorify Bhishma Dev as well, and we perform austerities. Bhishma is the strict vows. So Bhishma Dev actual name was Devavrata. And then because of his strict vows that I did not get married, and then likewise throughout my life, likewise he has vowed in front of the Satyavati's father. So that is Bhishma. So here in Bhishma Panchaka, we are also taking the vows that we call austerities and penances. So, and the mood of Bhishma is that when he was leaving his body, he was Krishna Lasat Pir Pate Chatur Bhuje, keeping Krishna in front of him in the four-handed form. That is what he desired. And then concentrating completely his Manovak Dushtibihi, everything on the Krishna's form, and then he left his body. So Atmani Atmanam, so Antaha Swasu Uparamat, Krishna evam Bhagavati, Manovak Dushti Vrittibihi, Manovak Dushti Vrittibihi, Atmani Atmanam Avesha, so Antaha Swasu Uparamat. He left his body by keeping entirely focusing on with mind, words, and everything, his eyesight on Krishna's form. So that kind of austerity is to be performed from tomorrow. Okay, that is a little bit of more. Okay, so for today, we shall move into our daily Srimad Bhagavatam. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Hare Krishna. In the Srimad Bhagavatam, so conversations between Vidura and Maitreya, and Vidura is reflecting, and at the same time, he is asking more questions from Maitreya Muni. So by taking the some gist of the Maitreya's instructions previously, he is now reflecting and asking more questions. So here, Vidura, he was mentioning about the Supreme Personality of Godhead in the Virata Rupa form, within whose body all the planetary systems they exist. And then, so within the body of Virata as well, there are the senses and the sense perceptions and different kinds of airs. Okay, they're all situated. They're existing within the Virat Rupa form. All the airs like the Prana, Apana, Vyana, Udhana, Samana, and Kukura, Dhananjaya, Nagha, Kurma, Devadatta. These are the 10 kinds of the airs. They're all situated within the Lord. Yasmin Dasvidaha Pranaha Sa Indriya स इन्द्रियाः अर्ध इन्द्रियः त्रिवृत् त्वया ईरितो यतो वर्णाः तद्विभूतिः वदस्वनः. So I have heard from all of you about the Lord has created these elements. Tvaya irito yeto varnaha tad vibhutihi vadasvanaha. Can you please describe more about those processes of those elements and about the Supreme Personality of Godhead? Likewise, uh, tad vibhutihi vadasvanaha. Can you please explain this to me, O Maitreya Rishi? Likewise, Vidra is asking. So, and Vidra also mentioning that, O Maitreya Muni, I understand that this world, it has expanded in such a way that the Manu and his wife and their children and their grandchildren, likewise by their family, it has filled with all these human beings. In such a way, I have been thinking. And also Lord Brahma, after that, he has arranged the different demigods and different manus to lead different manvantaras. So can you please explain all those family lineages and what are the manus and how this universe has been expanded? And also, can you please explain the Earth planet and upper planetary systems and bottom planetary systems? What are their measurements? Can you please explain all those things to me? Likewise, Vidra is inquiring with Maitreya Muni. Here we are in the Srimad Bhagavatam, third canto, chapter 7, verse number 24. यत्र पुत्रैष पौत्रैष नप्तृभिः सह गोत्रजैः विचित्र अकृतया आसन् याभिः इदं ततम्. यत्र पुत्रैष पौत्रैष, यत्र पुत्रैष पौत्रैष. Putraha is along with the sons. So this material world, yatra means it is in this material world. Putraisha along with the sons, and Pautresha along with the grandsons also. Naptrubihi and with the grandsons from the daughters, and Sahagotrajaihi along with all the same family members. So every person has got some kind of gotra. So he belongs to that particular family. Sahagotrajaihi Prajavichitra Akrutaya. Prajavichitra Akrutaya. So the generations Vichitra of different kinds, Akrutayaha, it was expanded, do exist. Asan Yavihi, by whom the universe has got expanded and filled with so many people, family members. Asan Yavihi idam tatam, all these planets spread tatam. So likewise, this is one question of Vidura. यत्र पुत्रैष पौत्रैष नतृभिः सह गोत्रजैः प्रजाविचित्र अकृतया आसन्याभिः इदं ततम्. So translation, oh my lord, I think that the process manifest in the forms of sons, grandsons and family members has spread all over the universe in different varieties and species. Okay, so this is the lineage of the entire world. So some people may think that humans came from different animals, but that is a wrong conception. So here, this is not in practicality of our existence as well. We have not seen anyone, something come from. But there is a three material modes of nature. They combine together and due to different kinds of mixtures, the living entities, their consciousness would sprout. And also for that purpose, so there are different kinds of breedings as well that happens in this material world. So breeding of two different kinds of living entities, and then he will produce a third kind, because This is what we see practically in this material world. But what is happening? So the mix of the material modes of nature and the living in the consciousness, in order to accommodate the facility for the living entity with that consciousness, these outer things would manifest. Outer things would manifest. Okay, but here we get the completely the human society, how it has got expanded. So this is expanded by the sons, grandsons, and family members. This is what Vidra is thinking. He wanted to know more about those details. Okay, there is no purport for this shloka. We shall move to the next shloka. So here Vidra is he understood that Lord Brahma has appointed these manus and demigods and different uh, deities for different manvantras like that. So प्रजापतीनां सपतिः चक् चक्लुपेकान् प्रजापतीन् सर्गांश सर्गांश एव अनुसर्गांश मनुन् मन्वन्तरादिपान् प्रजापतीनां सपतिः प्रजापतीनां सपतिः of the demigods like Brahma and others, Sapatihi of the leader, Chaklupe Khan Prajapatin, and Chaklupe he decided, and Khan whomever Prajapatin, fathers of the living entities, who should be the father of the mankind, like the Manu, Swayambhu Manu, Chakshusha Manvantara, or Chakshushu. So he is the leader of the Chakshusha Manvantara, Vaivasudha Manvantara. Likewise, there are other Manvantaras as well. So we are in the 7th Manvantara. We are in the Vaivasudha Manvantara. 28th cycle is running. Every 4 cycles, like Kruta Yuga, Treta Yuga, Dwapara, and Kali Yuga. 4 yugas is one Mahayuga. Okay, sorry, one Chatur Yuga. Likewise, there are 1000 Chatur Yugas in a day of Brahma. 71 Chatur Yugas or one Manvantara. So every Manvantara is led by one Manu. And within this Manvantara, we are in the 28th cycle. This is Vaivasudha Manvantara, 28th cycle of the Chatur Yuga. And then we are in the Kali Yuga of the 28th cycle. Okay, so this is Chaklupe Prajapatin, fathers of the living entities, and Sargamsha and the generations. Sargamsha Eva Anusarghamsha, and certainly Anusarghamsha, later generations. Manun, the Manus, Manvantara Adipan, and the changes of such Manvantaras. Manun, Manvantara Adipan. They lead each and every Manvantara. Okay. And some we do not see them because they are the Brahmavatta, the place where the Manus live. Swayambhu Manu's place was Brahmavatta, that was mentioned. And Brahmavatta also we used to hear from the Krishna's pastimes. It was situated when Krishna was moving from the Hastinapura to Dwaraka. At the time, he just crossed over that Brahmavatta place as well. Some places are very subtle, and also this universe, it is not only the Bhumandala, not only the Jambud, we are in the Bharatavarsha. This entire Bhumandala is divided into 7 islands and 7 oceans. Okay, so our Jambudvipa is surrounded by the salt water. So likewise, there are other Dvipa, Plakshadvipa, like Salmaladvipa, and each they are surrounded by uh, different liquor of liquor of that is liquor and milk and then ghee, sugar cane juice, like that. So those are the different sweet water. Okay, so now our Jambudvipa is surrounded by the salt water. And here Swayambhu Manu, he was living in the Brahmavatta. That place is called Brahmavatta. And they will go like a incognito. They cannot be seen by the ordinary people. And whenever the time comes, so they will come out from the incognito and then expand the progeny. and again they will go incognito. It is not possible for ordinary people to see them. Sometimes the people would claim that I have seen this person, I have seen that person, but we cannot, ordinary people cannot recognize. Maybe the greater personalities, they may be able to see it when they come to take bath at the Prayaga or different pilgrimage places. Okay, so here Maitreya, Vidra is inquiring these people. सर्ग दिस इज प्रजापतीनां सपतिः चक्लुपेकान् प्रजापतीन् सर्गांश एव अनुसर्गांश मनुन् मन्वंतर अधिपान्. O learned Brahmana, please describe how the leaders of all the demigods, namely Prajapati, Brahma, decided to establish the various Manus, the heads of the ages. Please describe the Manus also, and please describe the descendants of those Manus. So this is Bijra's very inquisitive questions to know more about the Manus and their descendants. Here there is a tiny purport. So purport by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. The human race or Manushya Sara descends from the Manus, sons and grandsons of the Prajapati Brahma. The descendants of Manu reside in all the different planets and rule all the universe. Okay, so this is again this Bhumandala was ruled by Privrata Maharaj. He had made the 7 ditches on the Bhumandala that made into 7 islands and 7 oceans. And Privrata Maharaj, he is such a powerful personality. He did not want to take charge of even the as a king, but later on he was requested by his father Swayambhumanu, and later Brahma also comes and then he convinces Priyavrata Maharaj. Then he accepted the throne and then he has ruled. So during his tenure, so when he was, as sun comes and goes every day morning and then evening, he wanted to keep the light. He does not want his kingdom to be dark, even in the absence of the sun. And with his power, he expanded himself. Priyatu Maharaj expanded himself on his chariot, similar to the sun god Vivaswan. Vivaswan goes on a chariot of 7 horses and 1 wheel of the chariot. So he goes that chariot goes on the Mansottara mountains and the range of the Mansottara mountains, circumambulating around the universe, keeping the center of the Meru mountain. That is that is how everything it and start. What is the base for that? Dhruvaloka is the base. So it is circumambulating. Similarly, whenever the sun god is going in the front and in the behind, so whenever there is a darkness in the one part of the world, Preet Maharaj, by his expansion, he was so effulgent that he is illuminating this entire this world similar to the sun god. So there were no darkness for 7 days. At that time, by his chariot, he made the 7 ditches of the Bhuma, and in the Bhumandala that made into 7 islands. And also, that is what we could see in the later on the later cantos, chapter, I think canto 5, that we could see that Sukadeva Goswami describes. Okay, so this is here. Vidra wanted to know all of those details. Okay, so that is from Prajapatinam Shapatihi Chuklipekan Prajapatin Sarghamshaiva Eva Sarghamshaiva Anusarghamsha Manun Manmantaradipan. So this is further, and he also wanted to know about the Bhumandala and what are the upper planetary systems and the lower planetary systems. So that is he's inquiring about, and also their measurements as well. उपर्यदश्च ये लोका भूमिर्मित्रात्मज आसते तेषां संस्थानं प्रमाणं च भूलोकस्य च वर्णयम्. Upari adascha ye loka. Upari is the upari on the head. Adaha is underneath. Upper and underneath. Upari adaha. Upari adascha ye loka. All the planet systems, upper planet systems and bottom planet systems. Bhumehe, of the earth. Mitratmaja asate, O Mitratmaja, O son of Mitra, O Maitreya Muni, Mitratmaja asate, how these planets exist. Can you please explain those to me? Tesham samsthanam pramanam cha, Tesham and their samsthan situation, pramanam sha, and also their measurement of these planetary systems, upper and bottom planetary systems, and what their measurements. So we wanted to know how many centimeters, how many millimeters. Likewise, whenever it is measured in the universes, they are measured in the yojanas. One yojana is around some kind of 12 miles or something, or 8 miles or something like that, 12 or 8 miles. Okay, so that is, it is measured in the yojanas. Tesham samstam pramanam cha bhurlokasya cha varnaya, and bhurlokasya of the earthly planets cha also varnaya. Please describe all these things to me. So these are inquisitive inquiries from the Vidura about the Manus and their family lineage, and also um, the Earth planetary system, and how they are situated, and what are the different kinds of dimensions of it. So this is what Vidura wanted to know. Okay, purport by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Okay, there is a small purport. Can I request unallocated devotee to read it, please? Hangma Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Yashmin vinyate sarvam evam vinyatam bhavati. Mundaka Upanishad 1.3. This Vedic hymn declares empathetically that the devotee of the Lord knows everything material and spiritual in relationship with the Lord. Devotees are not simply emotional, as is ill conceived by certain less intelligent men. Their direction is practical. They know everything that is and all the details of the Lord's domination over the different creations. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Jai. Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you, Prabhupada.
Here Srila Prabhupada is mentioning, Yasmin Vijnate, and to whomever we know, and then Sarvam Evam Vijnatam Bhavati, we would know everything else. If we know Krishna, we know everything else. Because Krishna Aham Sarvasya Prabhavaha Matta Sarvam Pravartate, Iti Matva Bhajante Mam Bhuda Bhava Samanvitaha. So if we know the source of everything, then we know everything else. If I know the seed of a banyan tree, how this is, and a small plant in front of me, the plant comes and it is growing. It is not very wonderful. If I see a baby, we give birth to the baby and then baby is growing in front of it. It is not wonderful. Every day we see the baby is growing and changes are happening. If we see a baby in one day and after a few years, maybe after 20 years, and then grown up body, that's a bit of surprise. That is for but the day to day we are seeing mother and father and the family members seeing, it is not very wonderful. Yasmin vidhyate sarvam evam vidhyatam bhavati. So this is the Vedic hymn. So because the devotees of the Lord, they see all the pastimes of the Lord. They know everything else. The Vedic hymn declares emphatically that the devotees of the Lord knows everything material and spiritual in relationship with the Lord. But devotees are not simply emotional, as is ill conceived by the less certain less intelligent men. So they know all the signs of God. Okay, they are not so because they practically see that this body on one day it falls down along with it, all the senses and the material, all material substance will go away. But spiritual substance will take a different material body or the spiritual body according to its consciousness. That we can see practically. The energy does not lose, it changes its form. Okay, so but some intelligent people, they cannot understand. So here, knowing that we are part and parcel of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, this entire Vishnu means who is expanding all pervading Supreme Personality of Godhead is Vishnu. This entire universe is Vishnu. There is no place that Lord is not there. He is completely filled. Without him, nothing would take place. So that is practical. How can then the energy does not lost? It is because Lord exists everywhere. Sometimes it is manifested through the external energy, otherwise he is through internal energy. That only devotees understand that one. Their direction is practical. They know everything that is, and all the details of the Lord domination over the different creations. Okay, so everything is running under the Mayadhakshena Prakritihi Suyate Sacharacharam Hetunani Kaunteya Jagad Viparivartate. Okay, under the guidance of Supreme Lord, everything runs. That's why Yasmin Vijnate Sarvam Evam Vijnatam Bhavati. Okay, this is the Mundaka Upanishad statement. Okay, that is from Srimad Bhagavatam. Srimad Bhagavatam Jai. So Vidra is inquiring that Upariyadasya ye loka bhumehe mitratmaja asate tesham samstam pramanamsha bhurlokasya cha varnaya. Please describe all these planetary systems. Okay, that is from Srimad Bhagavatam. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Shall move to Srila Prabhupada's daily letter. Today related to Jai Pataka, December 17th, 1970, Surat. Can I request Saranya Mataji to read this letter, please?
Hare Krishna. My dear Jayapataka Maharaj, please accept my blessings and offer the same to Madhudvish Maharaj, Sagar Maharaj, Achidananda Maharaj, as well as all other Prabhus there. I am in due receipt of your several letter and telegram dated November 28th, December 4th, 5th and 9th and 13th and 1970, and have gone over the contents. I have just arrived in Surat from Indore and I have received all your letters here brought from Bombay. We arrived on the morning on the 16th instant and our reception here is most promising and cordial. You have written that there is some critical remarks about us from some parties. Do not care for it. We do not mind for the dog barkings. Let us go on with our business. If the Hamilton Company agrees to our terms, send us a telegram, and we shall arrange for going there. Any suitable place will do, or for our staying in Calcutta while completing the transaction. You are not only offer them 1 lakh, but we can give them 2 lakhs immediately put down on the Hamilton house if they give us immediate possession of the place. They may continue to realize the rental from the present tenants and we shall occupy the first floor. So we shall offer them 1/3 of the total 6 lakhs to take possession, and the balance 2/3 of 4 lakhs we shall hand over when the tenants vacate the other two stores. Other two stores. It is good that we secure the place now. Arrangement should be made like that. You go ahead and arrange the meeting with Birlas and Bangurus, and there will certainly be no difficulty for raising the required fund for our Calcutta project. If we have got our place and support of these big men, I am sure that I can cut down this Naxalite movement. I know how to do it. We have diagnosed the disease and the medicine is Hari Sankirtana and the diet is Krishna Prasadam. With our own place, we can dispense these to the young boys and they will be easily cured. They have already shown their willingness to cooperate when I was in Calcutta last, and I'm sure of this plan to curb these misguided and frustrated activities. Regardless the account with American Express, you should keep the present deposit with them, and if you like them better than the central bank, there is no need at present for opening a new account with the latter. If required in the future, I shall return the papers to you with my signature as per. If there is no difficulty in withdrawing from the American bank, that should be the criteria for keeping the account with them. Wherever the money is kept, it must be ready for being withdrawn without any difficulty in either the central bank or American Express Bank. Regarding the business of getting outside business contacts for some industrialist, etc., it appears to be a nice proposal, but you cannot deal with them now. When I come there, I shall see the situation and determine what is to be done in this connection. You have asked some questions of unnecessary sort. Don't bother about these things. It is not our business to give them advice about sterilization and contraception. We are planning to remain here for about 10 days and our further program is to go to Gorakhpur via Ratlam. I will keep you informed of my movement so that you can reply to me the right address. Hope this will meet you in good health. Your ever well-wisher, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Thank you, Mataji. So kindly contemplate on the takeaway points. Meanwhile, we shall move to the Damodarashtakam by Palla Prabhuji. Hare Krishna Prabhuji. When you're ready, Prabhuji, kindly start. And the devotees, if you are doing Gilliam offering, kindly turn on the videos. Thank you.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Yeah, passing to Pali.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Good morning. Hare Krishna. Just a minute, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Jai Shri Krishna. My respectful obeisances to Satyabrata Muni for this Noisaram. Haribol. Namameshwaram Sachidanandarupam Lasat Kundalam Gokule Vrajamanam Yashoda Violukladavamana Paramishramatyantato Dutagopya Udantam Muhurnetra Yugmam Vijantam Param Bhojayugume Narusatankanetram Muhuswasakam patri rekhanka kanta stita grivam damodaram bhaktipadam iti drikshya lila bhirananta kunde sagosam nimajjantam akhyapayantam तदीयेषितागेषु भक्तैर्जिततं पुनः प्रेमातस्तं सता प्रीतिवन्दे परम देवमक्षं नामक्षावधिं वा न छन्नं मृणेऽहं वरिषदप्रिहा Idam te bapurnata gopalavala sadame manya shavi dastam kimanye idam te mukam bhojam atyanto nile pritam kuntale snigdharaktaischa gopya Muhusva Muhuschumbitam bimbaraktadharam me Manyasavirastam alam lakshalave Namo Devadamodarananta Vishnu Prasita Prabhu Dupo Jalavdimagna Vipadishti vristyati dinam vatanu grahane shamam agyam idaksidisha uveratmajau baddha mutaiva yadva dayamo chitau bhakti bhajau cha तथापि मा भक्तिं सा काम्य प्रयचा नामुक्षे मे स्थिता मुदरेहा मुक्षे ग्रह मे स्थिता मुदरेहा नमस्ते स्तुतमने स्फुरदीप्तिधाम्ने तदीयोदराय विश्वस्य तमने नमो राधिकाय तदीयाप्रियाय नमो नन्दलीलाय देवाय तुभ्यं नमो राधिकाय तदीयाप्रियाय नमो नन्दलीलाय देवाय तुभ्यं नमो शरं सच्चिदानन्दरूपा लसत्कुण्डलं गोकुले भजमाना नमामीश्वरं सच्चिदानन्दरूपा लसत्कुण्डलं गोकुले भजमानम् यशोदभियोलुकलतवमानं परम सम्यक्तान्तो द्रुतगोप्या हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे जय यश जय यशो दामोदर यशोदा दामोदर श्री राधे जय राधा दामोदर श्री राधे जय निताई गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल जय जय प्रभुपाद प्रभुपाद जय जशोदा दामोदर की जय राधा गोकुलानंद की जय राधा गोविंद की जय राधा दामोदर की जय सर्वत्र भक्तवृंद की जय कार्तिक मास की जय
Jai. Thank you, Prabhuji. Very
Hare
beautiful lesson. Would you like to read the translation, Prabhuji?
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Yes. To the Supreme Lord, whose form is the embodiment of eternal existence, knowledge and bliss, whose shark-shaped earrings are swinging to and fro, who is beautifully shining in the divine realm of Gokula, who, due to the offense of breaking the pot of yogurt that his mother was churning into butter and then stealing the butter that was kept hanging from a swing. So he is quickly running from the wooden grinding mortar in fear of Mother Yashoda, but who has been caught from behind by her who ran after him with great speed. To that Supreme Lord, Sri Damodara, I offer my humble obeisances. Seeing the whipping stick in his mother's hand, he is crying and rubbing his eyes again and again. With his two lotus hands, his eyes are filled with fear, and the necklace of pearls around his neck, which is marked with three lines like a conch shell, is shaking because of his quick breathing due to crying. To this Supreme Lord, Sri Damodara, whose belly is bound not with ropes but his mother's pure love, I offer my humble obeisances. By such childhood pastimes as this, he is drowning the inhabitants of Gokula in pools of ecstasy and is revealing to those devotees who are absorbed in knowledge of his supreme majesty and opulence that he is only conquered by devotees whose pure love is imbued with intimacy and is free from all conceptions of awe and reverence. With great love, I again offer my obeisances to Lord Damodara hundreds and hundreds of times. O Lord, although you are able to give all kinds of benedictions, I do not pray to you for the boon of impersonal liberation, nor the highest liberation of eternal life in Vaikuntha, nor any other boon which may be obtained by executing the nine processes of bhakti. O Lord, I simply wish that this form of yours as Bala Gopala in Vrindavana may ever be manifest in my heart. For what is the use of what is the use to me of any other boon besides this? O Lord, your lotus face, which is encircled by locks of soft black hair tinged with red, is kissed again and again by Mother Yashoda, and your lips are reddish like the bimba fruit. May this beautiful vision of your lotus face be ever manifest in my heart. Thousands and thousands of other benedictions are of no use to me. O Supreme Godhead, I offer my obeisances unto you. O Damodara, O Ananta, O Vishnu, O Master, O my Lord, be pleased upon me. By showering your glance of mercy upon me, deliver this poor ignorant fool who is immersed in an ocean of worldly sorrows and become visible to my eyes. O Lord Damodara, just as the two sons of Kubera, Manigriva and Nalakuvara, were delivered from the curse of Narada and made into great devotees by you in your form as a baby tied with rope to a wooden grinding mortar. In the same way, please give to me your own prema bhakti. I only long for this and have no desire for any kind of liberation. O Lord Damodara, I first of all offer my obeisances to the brilliantly effulgent robe which binds your belly. I then offer my obeisances to your belly, which is the abode of the entire universe. I humbly bow down to your most beloved Srimati Radharani, and I offer all obeisances to you, the Supreme Lord, who displays unlimited pastimes. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Prabhupada Prabhuji. Very beautifully sung and ended these translations. Thank you so much.
Hare Krishna. Thanks for the opportunity, Prabhu. Very well.
Hare Bol. Thank you, Javed Mataji, for kindly showing lamp offerings. Thank you so much. Okay, that is from Damodara Ashtakam. Back to Prabhupada's letter. Sarnya Mataji, any takeaway points, Mataji?
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Yeah, Prabhu, 2, 3 takeaway point. This letter Prabhupada was writing to Jayapada Maharaj, and one thing that I like is like Prabhupada was Jayapada Maharaj was mentioning about some opposing party, some next late movement. They were criticizing our movement, and Prabhupada was mentioning like um, we do not mind the dogs barking. So, Prabhupada was just asking to ignore that. So that is one of the important thing. Like people may criticize if we find it is working, or if it is it- following this can bring a positive change to our life, and we can feel the difference. Just ignore. We don't need to give explanation to everyone. That is not necessary. So that is Prabhupada was mentioning like critical remarks. So just ignore it. And then they were Prabhupada was talking about buying a property and how the financial management, like how we should. So when we are getting an opportunity, when we are getting a good property, Prabhupada was always wanted to secure that like as soon as possible at any cost, like because that that is what Prabhupada was doing it, because it is important to have a good place so that we can um, propagate the movement. And another thing, the money Prabhupada was mentioning, like the whatever account it is, we are not collecting this money to save or to build like a wealth. It is to whatever we are getting, we are always spending it on like one or other process of preaching. So Prabhupada was mentioning like whatever bank account we are having, we should be able to withdraw the money whenever we want, because this is not to save the money, it is just to spend whatever we have in Krishna conscious way. So that was Prabhupada was mentioning. And another thing I liked is like Prabhupada was mentioning the remedy or the solution for the Naxalites, or the people who are actually, all these people are searching after some, because all these people have some questions about the ultimate truth in life. They are following different ways to find the solution. So Prabhupada was mentioning, I know the solution. It is like Sankirtana and Krishna Prasad. So Prabhupada like experimented that, and it is Prabhupada found that it is useful. Prabhupada used that in hippies. So Prabhupada found it is working. So Prabhupada, I know the remedy, I know the diagnosis, what disease it is, and I know the medicine. So don't worry, we will work it out, like that Prabhupada was mentioning. And another thing also I like is like Maharaj Jayapada Maharaj was asking some questions which has nothing to do about the Krishna consciousness, or which is not relevant for the preaching work. So Prabhupada was mentioning like just ignore such things. So sometimes some things it is better not to get answered, not to research on that area, because that is not needed for what is our goal. So Prabhupada was mentioning like just ignore that is not, and it is all not always our responsibility to give explanation or answers for all the questions coming from the people. So depending upon the intention, depending on what type of questions and what area they are interested, we can decide to answer it or to explain them or not. Otherwise it is better silence is the best answer some situations. So that is also Prabhupada was mentioning. Yes, Prabhupada, this is the 2-3 points I like about from this letter. That is my takeaway, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Mataji. Very good reflections. Any other points that devotees you wanted to add? Okay, so that is from Srila Prabhupada's letter. So just one reflection here. Prabhupada is speaking on some kind of Naxalite movement, how to cut down that. It is due to the accumulation of the money, and it is in the form of the gold and then depositing at one place. So in the Parikshit Maharaj, when he was given boon to the Kali, that you can also stay in the gold. But what he has done as part of his ruling the government, he has performed so many yajnas and sacrifices and distributing all the gold. He did not keep anything. Whatever the money he is getting throughout the year, he is spending through the sacrifices and performing yajnas and sacrifices. Again, giving back to the human society. But here nowadays we are in the age of Kali. We are always afraid of and try to secure the money. But here, by providing this food and also the diet, the prasadam, and then sankirtana, it will solve all the problems. It is also yajna, performing sankirtana yajna. So he is spending money and he is feeding the everyone, all the devotees, and also especially everyone. It is not even discrimination, but it is also for everyone, whoever comes. They will all take the prasadam and then sing and dance, and everyone are happy. He is not accumulating money. He is spending for the good sake. That way, Naxalites will be changed. That is very easy. But okay, so Prabhupada has got all these ideas. It is not the force that government has to forcefully kill them, but they may try to force, but that seed would remain somewhere else as it is. But the root cause of it, root solution is the Sankirtana movement and Krishna Prasadam. If it happens in the every village and town, everyone will be very happy. There would not be needed of this Naxalite and so many other societies. It would not need it. Automatically everything will be succeeded. Okay, that is my takeaway. And also about few things about the everyone. Sometimes people may ask, they will speak some materialistic things and then ask, what is your reflection from the Krishna consciousness perspective? It is kind of people, some people ask such kind of things. That is not acceptable for us. Because they're not the devotees, they're not chanting. As if they are chanting, they know the solution. But they wanted to know and their intricacies of it, and they wanted to just mitigate with again material things. So we are not responsible for such kind of things. Do not care about it. Don't bother about those things. Okay, there are other material things are there to answer. Okay, that is from Srila Prabhupada's letter. And thank you, Meena Mataji, for kindly joining. Possibly are from India.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. I'm in airport, Bahrain. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So that is from Srila Prabhupada's letter and the date of this. And from the announcements point of view, so today evening we don't have anything, but tomorrow Saturday morning we continue our regular programs, Srimad Bhagavatam, and also Ekadasi Vrata, and also Bhishma Panchaka austerities. And again we continue with our Shri Brahma Samhita and evening Chaitanya Charitamrita. So they are our upcoming events, regular events. And apart from that, dear devotees, if you have got any events or you wanted to share anything on Krishna consciousness, kindly do so. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Like Bhisma Panchak start only after Ekadasi, isn't it? From Ekadasi onward,
From
5
Ekadasi.
days.
From Ekadasi. And just giving a tip for there is some Bhishma is very severe austerities and penances according to one's capacity they can follow. But as we are Grihasthas, it may not be followed as like brahmacharis and sannyasis. First on the Ekadasi day, we can fast as usual according to the capacity, and again different levels of fasting on Ekadasi. And then from Dwadasi, Trayodasi, Chaturdasi, and Paurnami, the last 4 days, just taking the Ekadasi prasadam, taking milk, water, milk, fruits, and then potato, carrot, and then paneer. So such kind of things, only the minimal things, not grains, Ekadasi prasadam, that can be maintained the 4 days. It will be a good moment as well. No need to prepare so many vegetable things and rice and chapatis like that. Just only on the simple food. This is what is practically possible for grihasthas to continue. Again, depends on what they do. If they're hardworking people, going outside and lifting big heavy weights, and it's a different treatment. But for normal devotees who are working softwares and home, not too much hard work, they can follow the simple diet. And that is one reflection and sharing that information. Ekadasi Prasad. And then Bhishmustati. We can also include Bhishmustati. There are around nearly 9 to 10 verses from the first canto, chapter 9, where Bhishmadev prays to Krishna when he was before he leaves his body. That can also be included in the last 5 days.
And, according to you have sent this Prabhupada like message on WhatsApp group. So Bhisma has like take this stuti before he passed, like before like this 5 days, isn't it?
Yes.
In not like this coming 5 days. This was
Yes.
before he died, like before he was happened. Is that right, isn't it?
Yeah, Bhishma left his body. I think it comes after during the Sankranti or Uttarayana Punya time. That time he left. But at that time he prayed those prayers to on Krishna's looking at Krishna. But we can take those prayers, and this is the mood of Bhishma Dev. When this is the mood of Bhishma Dev, we take that prayers. We are doing Bhishma Panchaka, and we apply it in the Kartik month.
Before Mahabharat you started, he has done this prayer. It's like that? Sorry.
So this Kartik month, it is always existing.
Mm.
So, and this is again, Vyasadeva has given all these compilations of scriptures and Vedic injunctions and Puranas and everything 5,000 years ago. So this has happened later on when Vyasadeva, after Mahabharata, he has compiled all these things that passed after the Mahabharata pastime. That we could see in the fourth chapter, first canto, the whenever Vyasadeva has compiling all this one splitting one Veda into four Vedas, and then he compiled Mahabharat, Sarvadha Paribrumbhitam, and then later on he has compiled Puranas, and then at the end Srimad Bhagavatam, which is the ripened fruit of all the Vedic injunctions. Okay, so, but here Bhishma Panchaka is the austerities to be performed, just remembering Krishna.
Okay, thank you, Guruji.
It is not Bhishma Dev has left his body at the end of the Bhishma Panchaka.
Mm.
It is the
Okay.
mood.
It's just the mood. Okay.
Yeah.
Because he has left in Makka Sankranti, which is 14th of January.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
is like Uttar. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Mataji. Anything else, dear devotees?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Yes, it's not.
Asking about tomorrow is Ekadashi. So we can break time. We can eat the prasad Prabhuji for Jagannath prasad we can take or we cannot take Prabhuji for fasting break.
So tomorrow is Ekadasi. As usual, we fast, but people who takes Ekadasi prasadam, they are advised at least until afternoon they must be fast, because there is other Gaurikeshwar Das Babaji's uh, disappearance day as well. So that is mentioned. Until afternoon, full fasting, and later on, if we cannot tolerate, we can take water and then milk and then fruits. Still not possible, then potatoes, carrots, and paneer. We can take prasadam after Ekadasi prasadam.
These 5 days, yes, Prabhuji.
Yes, Mataji.
Okay, dear.
All the 5 days we take Ekadasi prasadam.
Thank you, Prabhuji. And what about the fasting, Ekadashi fasting break day after tomorrow? We can do that or not?
Yes, Mataji. So it will go as usual on the Dwadasi. We break the fast after 7:26 and then take the prasadam like the according, yeah, Ekadasi prasadam only. We don't take any grains at all within the last 5 days.
Okay. Thank you,
But
Prabhuji.
but who wanted, but to take it, it is up to their personal circumstances. But generally, it is advised because it is only austerities. After 5 days, anyway, we all eat. Eating will not be stopped. Okay, that is the natural tendency of a living entity. Okay, always eating. Okay, but last 5 days of Kartik Mass, according to one's capacity, they can follow. Thank you so much, Mataji.
I heard from somebody that if you have taken fruit or like in Ekadasi days, then next day you to eat grain to break your fast. It's like that.
Next level is the potato and carrot.
No, actually, if you have done like Ekadasi by only eating fruits
Yeah,
or like
that is
potato or like, whatever, like people
correct.
like samo and everything, whatever. But then when you next day, if you break fast, you have to eat some grain and then you only break the fast.
Yes,
Is that
yeah.
correct?
Yes, Mataji.
So
That is for
then is for 4 day, how can you have to still eat grain little bit and then fast? Then you have to do.
so here Ekadasi little bit going advanced. Like Ekadasi, we don't take anything. Next day we break the fast, taking water and then milk and then fruits. Okay, and then we maintain later on carrots, potatoes, and paneer. Just roast in the ghee and then add water according to salt and chili powder or pepper. That's all. and then consume next 4 days. That may be easy thing, but again, according to one's capacity.
But somebody who has not done completely without water, then next day they want to break the fast. They have to eat grain, or doesn't matter?
Not immediately, but water,
Okay.
then milk, and then fruit.
Okay, that's fine. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Mataji. Okay, so we shall conclude and continue further. वाञ्छकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। अनंतकोटि वैष्णववृंद की जय।
जय श्री
प्रभुपाद
प्रभुपाद
की
की जय। हरे कृष्ण।
हरे कृष्ण। कॉन्शियस डे एवरीवन। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु